Below Deck's latest firing just shook up the crew, and the perfect replacement may already be on board. The first firing of Season 12 is official. At the tail end of Below Deck's most recent episode, Captain Carey Titherage released Bosun Caio Paltrinieri from his duties as St. David's bosun. After a series of mistakes and lack of leadership skills, the seasoned captain had no other choice but to relieve the Brazilian native of his duties. Caio created his own demise on Below Deck. Life on the high seas can be difficult. It becomes even more so for Below Deck stars, as they not only have to perfect the job they were hired for, they have to do so with cameras capturing their every move. There is no room for errors. Caio sadly learned that the hard way. When the charter season began, it seemed as if Caio would be an excellent bosun to work on St. David, but when your flaws are exposed right in front of the captain's eyes, there's no way to salvage your position. And, when there's not a resounding yes to whether you're able to do the job, why would anyone want to keep you in your high-risk position? With the St. Martin Bridge being such a difficult maneuver and the boat slip being so challenging to navigate, Caio's inability to communicate with Captain Carey was the official nail in the coffin. And it all started when he left the first charter guest's luggage on shore. The moment Caio was called to the wheelhouse by the captain, we knew it was only a matter of time. He could only give him so many chances. "Your faults are my fault, so I have to have someone in place who can't make errors like that," he told the curly-haired bosun. Then, with his aft deck error with the line, Captain Carey could no longer make any excuses for why he wasn't getting the job done, and he was letting everyone down. How Jess became the best option for bosun on Below Deck Season 12. As Caio was navigating his own demise, Jess and her bucket hat watched in horror, knowing that she would fare much better than her own superior. And yet, until his fate was almost sealed, she remained silent and allowed others to come to her. While alone on the tender, Captain Carey learned of Caio's mismanagement as Jess simply responded to the fact that he doesn't give her breaks. She was honest when he bluntly asked her how she viewed Caio's leadership. And that's when Captain Carey knew that the competent deckhand standing beside him should be his next bosun. She was the level-headed individual who was needed. By Captain Carey telling her that he viewed Caio as being out of his depth, he proved he had trust in her by telling her something in great confidence. While we still await the official replacement, we can only hope that Jess gets her chance to lead. Should she get the promotion, she'll join a list of exterior changes during a charter season on Below Deck. During Season 5 of the flagship season, E.J. Jansen was a late arrival as bosun. And then he made an early exit when Captain Lee Rosbach bid him farewell when he had to return to his own boat. Though he didn't appoint anyone officially in his absence, lead deckhand Nico Scholey did receive the bosun honor at the end. The very next season, Chandler Brooks became a sensational mess due to his inability to lead. Thankfully, Rossignol was able to take over duties and lead the remainder of the charter season. During Captain Carey's first season, Jared Wooden, like Caio, proved this was not the right fit for him. His departure allowed Ben Willoughby to take his position, bringing him to a managerial position next to his former rival, Chief Stu Fraser-Olander. Over on Below Deck Mediterranean, the biggest case of an underwhelming performance for the job was Season 7's Reagan Tyler. As much as we wanted to celebrate an all-female-led manager team, even Captain Sandy Yawn couldn't salvage her inability to do her job. Only a season later would Ron Irving make history, lasting a single episode, all thanks to forged documents. His firing allowed Luca Brenton to assume the position. Perhaps the most necessary firing occurred during Below Deck Down Under second season when Captain Jason Chambers rightly dismissed Luke Jones for his involvement in his alleged sexual harassment. Rather than hiring from within, Below Deck Med Alum João Franco arrived in Australia to work alongside his former co-worker, Chief Stu Aisha Scott. Once again, during Season 3, Captain Jason had to make the decision to remove Wuhan Du Toit for his behavior on board. He, too, was replaced by a newcomer, Nate Salmon. Whatever Captain Carey does next, it is for the betterment of the boat.